Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put on your back now? 'Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
Alright guys, countdown still continues. Fight number 51 here. Hope you guys enjoyed that first fight. Once again, this time I bring you an interesting fight that I thought would be cool. I put the likes of Darkstar versus Blackfire. Yeah, like I said, Darkstar versus Blackfire. Interesting Marvel versus DC fight. Two characters I have never used in any of my fantasy fights. So let's kick it off with Darkstar. Okay, Darkstar, real name? Well, there's been a couple of Darkstars, but the original is who I'm going with. The one that is back now. Real name? Leonida Pravavia. Nah. Darkstar literally lived and died in service of her country. Now she's back from Mother Russia, but she did die for her country, and they had to resurrect the character. Other people took up the code name, but the original Darkstar was actually a mutant. She was a mutant, and she really got her mutant powers, which I really want to talk more about, was she had the ability to manipulate the energy, the extra dimensional energy known as the Dark Force. And she would study with her brother and train with become a government agent. So she trained with many government agents like the KGB and things like that. Also trained with Black Widow herself. She was definitely a very highly trained individual and served her country very well. She really did. Darkstar definitely has earned her shine. She first appeared in the Champions #7, but many people probably remember her from playing. You've seen her on X-Men. Yeah, pretty much. But in terms more of her ability, like I said, she is skilled in hand-to-hand combat. She received training from the KGB and Black Widow. She is fully in various. She can utilize the Dark Force with various purposes, like create matter and things like that with it. Very cool, and kind of like solid objects that she can use to like slam people with and things like that. The Darkforce powers are really cool, and she can even teleport people into the Darkforce dimension if need be. So yeah, she's very decisive with her abilities. She's a part of the Winter Guard. That's like the Russian Avengers team in the Marvel Universe. And she's a very cool character, but very underrated. And very powerful too. There are a lot of people that wield the Dark Force powers, but I believe she might be one of the strongest ones that wield the Dark Force powers. Just the way she wields it is almost like a Green Lantern in a way. Very cool character. Alright, so moving on to her combatant in this, and everybody should know this woman right here. Blackfire. Yeah. Starfire's older evil sister. Okay. hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Cor Cormanra. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. Um, she's a little bit. She's older than Corey, her younger sister, Starfire, but she is evil. Um, Pretty much, if you look evil in the dictionary, you'll find her. She's up there. Um, Blackfire first appeared in New Teen Titans number 22. I should remember that because I did collect New Teen Titans. Uh, she would torment her sister, excuse me, very much. She tormented her digitally. It was not, sisterly love between the two of them. She really just was just a bad girl. I remember during the Rand Thanagarian War, she killed Hawkwoman, and she tried to kill Hawkman and Hawkgirl, but she didn't kill him. That was really interesting. I was like, oh snap. Now in terms of her abilities, she's pretty much like any Tamaranian. She possesses all the abilities of a Tamaranian: super strength, stamina, durability. However, she was born without the ability to fly. So she can't fly, actually. But everything else about her is pretty much the same that any Tamaranian can do. But she just uses her abilities for her purpose, her way, to do whatever she wants to be. She feels that she's the better of the sisters, even though, and she's willing to kill to prove it. And we've seen that over the years with her. Now, rumor has it she's supposed to be coming back in the new 52. I believe in the Outlaw Red Hood and the Outlaw book. I don't read that, but my mentor does. So I believe he said something about, she's returning. So it's going to be interesting to see what they do with her, but she's still just evil. Alright, so in terms of a battle, these two meeting for the first time, not knowing anything about each other. Both women are skilled. Yes, indeed. Both women are skilled and pretty much endowed and well adapted with their abilities. Nobody can ever deny that. But you have the abilities of a Tamaranian versus the Darkforce Powers. That's really what it's about. The Darkforce Powers are no joke. There are not many people that can escape from the Darkforce dimension and live to tell about it. Now, Darkstar, if she's going to survive, she's going to have to pull out she's got to go in hard. She has to go in fully amped up. She has to really take it to Blackfire immediately. Like, she can't hold back, because Blackfire, if not, she's gonna kill him. She's gonna kill Darkstar. But it does give a question: if Darkstar is able to put Blackfire in the dark dimension, can Blackfire escape, or is she trapped in there forever? So bottom line right here is, I know there's going to be a lot of people that's just going to go with Blackfire, but do your research, people, to really get a gist of who Darkstar is and what she can do. So once again here, I'm calling it a draw for now. I'm going to stay out of this. I'm neutral, but I leave it up to you. Darkstar or Blackfire? And I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. This was fight number 51, guys. One more to go, and section 10 will be over. But I will save that for later. I'll save it later for you guys to But let's just say with fight number 52, the final fight, I have an individual. I have Gamora in there. Now, if anybody knows who that is, you should know damn well who she is. Research that name, if not, people. But other than that, it's Mount Vernon Kid. Saying peace, one love. Stay tuned. Battle on.